Ahoy thar. Today is Friday and we will be following the tradition of humiliating our friends from the FBI once again. This time we hit one of their biggest contractors for cybersecurity, Mantech International Corporation. What Mantech has to do with the FBI? Well, quite simple. In summer 2010 the FBI had the glorious idea to outsource their cybersecurity to Mantech. Value of the contract, $100 million.
The FBI is outsourcing cybersecurity to the tune of nearly $100 million to a Washington area managed services company. The deal shows a willingness in the federal government to place IT services more and more in the hands of third parties as agencies don't have enough staff on hand to do the job. All earned description of this stat manned.
And this is not the only cybersecurity contract Mantech won. With a quick internet search you will be able to find lots more. And just a few months back, in March 2011, Mantech received another $9 million cybersecurity contract from the Roman one. Well done, good sirs. You failed epically. Because we pulled Mantech utterly and thoroughly. And we did not need hundreds of millions for it. In fact, we did not require any funds at all, we did it with lulz. So you begin by releasing 400 megabytes of internal data from Mantech. This gives some insight on how they are wasting the taxpayers' money. Most of the documents in this first batch are related to NATO who, you may recall, made some bold claims regarding Anonymous earlier this year.
It remains to be seen how much time Anonymous is for pursuing such paths. The longer these attacks persist, the more likely countermeasures will be developed, implemented. The groups will be infiltrated and perpetrators persecuted.
Indeed, it remains to be seen. It also remains to be seen how much longer the public will accept how completely incompetent law enforcement agencies are spending their citizens' money to fund even more incompetent federal contractors. Incidentally, apart from the Roman one, Mantech International has some other clients.
Defense Intelligence Agency, National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, National Reconnaissance Office, National Security Agency, Department of Homeland Security, U.S. Navy, Air Force, Army, Marine Corps, Missile Defense Agency and DAPAC, Department of Justice, Department of State, Environmental Protection Agency, NASA, NATO, state and local governments.
Great. It's really good to know that you guys are taking care of protecting the United States from so-called cyber threats. It should also be noted that Mantech, along with Upgree, Palantir, Endgames and others were involved in the now-dubbed Operation Metalgear to manipulate and spy on their citizens using persona management software for social networks. We are providing these Mantech documents so the public can see for themselves how their tax money is being spent. But don't you worry, the US is a rich country and can afford to waste money, right? Dear government and law enforcement, we are repeating this message as we have the suspicion you still do not take us seriously. We are not scared anymore and your threats to arrest us are meaningless. We will continue to demonstrate how you fail at about every aspect of cybersecurity while burning hundreds of millions of dollars that you do not even have. The director of the US Computer Emergency Response Team, CERT, Randy Vickers, already resigned from his post, without proving an explanation. Let us provide you with one. Mr. Vickers realized that he is on the losing side of this war. A war that should never have been started in the first place. Not only because the enemy was vastly underestimated and misjudged completely, but even more because it is fought against innocent citizens who simply chose to protest against the grievance of the government. You cannot win this war, and the sooner you realize this and call for peace, the sooner we can put an end to this and solve the problems of this world together. Dear citizens of the US and the world, we are fighting in the name of all the oppressed and betrayed people. In your name we will continue to fire upon these laughable battleships until they are no more. Hold on tight while the seas are rough, but we will prevail. Anonymous. AnitSec.